Welcome back. Today I am gonna go ahead and make kolache. These are very nice, buttery, soft, wonderful cookies, and I'm so excited. My family loves it. We actually eat them right away once they are baked, and they need only half an hour and they're gone. That's how good they are. So let's get started. What do we need for as far as the ingredients? We do need cream cheese, butter, and flour. That's all we need for the dough. And we also need the filling, which is jam or any other filling. I'm gonna go ahead and use raspberry filling today. So let's get started. So we need a bowl to mix this all in, and it has to become dough, and it's gonna go in the fridge and chill for I would say for an hour. So I had a cream cheese and butter on room temperature for 1 hour and a half, and so it's nice and soft, as you see, so we can easily make a dough. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix it, add flour little by little, and I'll show you the next step. I'm gonna go ahead and try to use the spoon, and then I'll mix it with my hands. Nice clean hands, and you have to mix the dough. And I started mixing all the ingredients together with my hand. So basically you have to squeeze through and mix all this butter, cream cheese, and flour, so it becomes nice, and it starts actually forming the dough ball. So how you know that your dough it's ready? See, like when I touch it, it doesn't stick to my hands, and it's nice and soft still. It's very soft, wonderful dough. So you do not put too much flour. You have to have a nice and soft dough that doesn't stick to your hands. So that means it's ready to be covered and put in a fridge, and I'll have the amounts of all of the ingredients I put in description below. So what we're gonna do now, I will take this beautiful dough and I will press to flatten it out. It's so nice and soft. So as far as mixing, I will have all the ingredients down below, and depends on what flour you use. You have to make sure that you do not put too much flour or less, so it's just the perfect amount when it doesn't stick to your hands and it's nice and soft. And this will go in a fridge, I would say, for about 1 hour, and then we'll continue with rolling the dough, cutting and filling the cookies. And I do have something cute here. As you see, it's a little turkey that my son made when he was 4th grade. This year he's a 5th grader, so We had this for Thanksgiving on our table and it's super cute. I'll see you later. Let's get started. I have my dough out of the fridge, and this is my filling that I'm gonna use today. It's for cake and pastry filling, and as you see it has kolache there. And as far as for over the years, I'm only using the raspberry one for kolache and for linzer cookies, and also we like prune filling too, so those are the two fillings from the solo that we like so much. You can also use jam, but jam has tendency to ooze and leak out when it's baking, so this one is perfect. And I will start with a little bit of flour on my surface and start rolling the dough. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start rolling my dough, and you do have to flour the surface so it doesn't stick. So basically you flour both sides. That's my oven preheated at 350. That's very important too, so you have your oven preheated and everything is getting ready. And how thin this will be, I'll show you how thin it's gonna get to when it's there. So here I have dough, and I will cut nice squares for the cookies. So depends like what size of the squares you would like to have. And all this dough we're gonna roll it again. All this dough that's extra, we're gonna re-roll it. And let's see, you can make them as small or as big as you want. I will go ahead and make them in a size that I usually do. So let's see. There we go. And what's the thickness of the dough? Let's see. This one could be a little bit even thinner from the middle, but this is what I will, this is how thick it should be. So it's basically like that. And you can even re-roll it a little bit more. So like that. Because what happens when this bakes, it's gonna puff up a little bit. And now I'm gonna go ahead and fill them. So how much of the filling? You have to put this into the center like that, and probably 1 teaspoon. And I actually, what I do, if I see that one of the squares is a little bit thick, I'm gonna just press it a little with my fingers and stretch it. So what do you have to do is you press on this side, and then you take this other side and you fold it under. And then what happens when this bakes, the jam is gonna go towards the edges and it will be perfect. So you do not put more filling. That's perfect amount. And it's gonna go on the baking sheet. Let me show you another one. So what we do, we take opposite sides to close it. So I put the filling in the middle, just like that, and then I take this side and I pinch there. I take the opposite side and it has to go under, because I try to pinch it on the side, and once it bakes, it opens. They're gonna bake at 350, and then after they're done, I will have the temperature. I mean, it's 350. I was gonna say how many minutes they baked, and when they cool a little bit, what I do, I dust them with powdered sugar, because you have to know, in this type of a cookie, you do not have sugar in your dough. It's butter, cream cheese, and a flour. So the only sweetness you have, it's from this filling, and also with that powdered sugar gives you nice sweetness. So I'll continue with all of them, and here they are all ready. So when you have that dough left, you have to re-roll it and do the same, cut the squares and make the cookies, and they look beautiful, as you see. I have let's see, 17 cookies out of this recipe, and mine, as you see, they're not small size, they're really nice size of a cookie. So if you want to make a smaller, you probably can get double, but I do like this size. For me, this is like, and you leave some space in between. So they're gonna go bake at 350, and I'll see you when they are done. Just baked. So they baked for 25 minutes. They're supposed to be brown on the bottom and on the edges. I got these two, they got a little bit brown on the top too, and then they do brown a little bit, but they're not supposed to be completely brown, then they would be over baked. So they're extremely hot, they just came out of the oven. I'm gonna let them cool a little bit, and then I can dust them with powdered sugar and serve them. I'll just have to let them cool a few minutes. I'm gonna dust them with powdered sugar, but before I do that, I will show you one. Let's start with this one. That's so this is how they look from the bottom, as I said, and inside, and then it almost lifts up, so that's how well it's baked. And another one here too, I'll show you. This one, it's not brown on the top, that's how they should be, and the bottom, and then you can see how nicely it puffed when you see this opening right here. So that means it's perfectly baked. Let me dust them with the powdered sugar, and they even look prettier when they are dusted. So it's just like a snowy on top of kolache. So these are my kolache with raspberry filling, and you should try them. The reason why, because once you try them, they're gonna be gone within half an hour. So they look beautiful, they taste wonderful. Just look at that. Beautiful. And nothing can bake, nothing can compete with a homemade baked cookie or anything from scratch, because we know what ingredients we put inside. So they're still warm, but I want to open one for you so you can see inside how it looks like. And they're still hot. It's like that. With the filling, and pastry is wonderful, soft, amazing. So that would be all for today, and I'm gonna put them on plate for serving and they'll be gone. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.